All right, today we are going on a bit of a culinary mission. A top secret one, actually. We're going to create an absolutely delicious omega-3 packed meal that is guaranteed to get your dog's tail wagging. Seriously.
So what do you say? Ready to become your dog's own personal super chef? I thought so. Let's get right into this recipe. It's actually really simple, but it's amazing for your dog, especially for supporting their skin and coat health, giving it that awesome healthy shine.
Okay, so any great mission needs a plan, right? You gotta have your briefing. So let's get the crucial intel on what to expect. So here's the timeline. You're looking at about 20 minutes for prep, 35 minutes to cook. So yeah, the whole thing takes just under an hour from start to finish. And get this, the yield is almost 3 kilos. For, say, a 20-pound dog, that's enough food for about 5 days. I mean, how efficient is that? All right, next up in our briefing, assembling the provisions. Let's go over all the ingredients you're going to need to make this mission a delicious success. Okay, here's our full inventory. We've got our star player, the skinless salmon fillets. Then you got the quinoa for all that great energy. And of course, our veggie squad, zucchini, broccoli, and peas. And to round it all out, a little coconut oil for those healthy fats and, a pinch of dried dill for some extra flavor. Every chef needs the right tools for the job. So let's talk about gear. Here's the equipment you'll want to have ready in your kitchen command center. Your essential loadout here is actually pretty simple. You'll just need a medium pot with a lid, a steamer, a parchment-lined baking sheet, a big old mixing bowl, and a fork. Yeah, that's it. Having this stuff ready to go will make everything so much smoother. Okay, it is time to get started. Let's execute the action plan. First up, we're going to conquer the quinoa. This is going to be the energy-packed base for our bowl. Now, pay attention here because this is a fantastic little trick. It's a two-part technique. After simmering for 15 minutes, you take it off the heat, but you leave it covered for 5 more minutes. That extra 5 minutes of just sitting there and steaming, that is the secret. It's how you get that perfectly light, fluffy quinoa every single time. All right, so while the quinoa is doing its final steam thing, we can totally multitask. No time to waste. Let's prep our colorful veggie reinforcements. So why steam the zucchini and broccoli? Well, it's one of the best ways to cook them while locking in all those great nutrients. Oh, and here's a little pro tip for you. Toss in the frozen peas for just the last 2 minutes. That's all they need. It thaws them out perfectly, keeps them from getting mushy, and they stay that beautiful bright green color. Okay, and now for the main event of our whole operation. It's time to deploy the omega-3 powerhouse. Let's get this salmon cooked. This part is super simple, but really important. You're just going to bake the salmon until it flakes easily with a fork. But once it's cooled down a little, you have one more really critical task. You have got to carefully check for any tiny little bones before you flake it up for your pup. Safety first, always. All right, look at that. All our components are prepped and ready to go. The final assembly is at hand. It is time to bring this all together. Now, the key word here is gently. Combine everything gently. I mean, you worked hard to get that perfectly fluffy quinoa and that flaky salmon, so you want to keep those textures. Then just stir in the coconut oil and dill. And listen, this part is super important. Let it cool down. I mean, completely cool before you serve it to your dog. And that brings us to our final step, deployment and storage. Yep, it's time to get these amazing meals ready for your very happy, very furry client. If you take just a few minutes right now to portion this out into daily servings, it's going to make your life so much easier for the rest of the week. You can just stick them in the fridge. They're good for about 4 days. Or pop them in the freezer, and they'll last for up to 3 months. Super convenient. And mission accomplished. But wait, before we celebrate, let's have a quick look at the official Intel report. Let's see the nutritional lowdown on this awesome meal we just made. So as you can see, what we've made here is a really, really well-balanced meal. For every 100 grams, you're looking at around 95 calories and a solid 9 grams of protein. What does that mean? It means excellent, clean energy for a happy, active dog. And honestly, that's the real takeaway here. This isn't just dog food. It's a grain-free, omega-3 rich meal that's designed to support your dog's health from the inside out. You just created something that's not only going to be delicious for them, but is also just so incredibly good for them. So there you have it. Mission complete. You've officially earned the title of Canine Super Chef. So after this amazing success, there's really only one question left. What culinary adventure are you going to go on next?